Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so, kind of wanted to spotlight these two devices that I am currently using right now. I'm kind of not really going to be like doing like a challenge that I'm going to upload a video on, but just doing a challenge for myself just to kind of see how these devices still run today. Now, one of them I've been using on and off, and that's the Pixel 2 XL. But I decided to run alongside this, the Pixel 2. Both these phones are actually pretty good. Even though they are in their current state, both running Android 11 and not receiving any more support from Google. However, if you have one of these devices and maybe you want to go back to using them, if you know how to mod your device, add a custom ROM, you can continue development support for this. Just simply trying out custom ROMs. You'll find them on XDA, and there is a good community behind both these devices. Now, in my opinion, the Pixel 2 XL obviously is probably one of the best made Google Pixel phones. And that's the reason that I find myself going back to it. Besides the fact that, on this channel, I've had almost every Pixel device. And I cycle through them and make update videos about them, how they currently are at, the current time that I make the videos, like right now. And just kind of give you guys my thoughts on them. And while I do have the Pixel 7, the 6, the 5 and previous ones before, the 2XL I always find myself going back to. It is a very solid phone. Not only just with the software itself and the software optimization and the camera on the back and the camera on the front, because these are single firing cameras, there's no multiple cameras, yet it can achieve so much with the photography, which is something that I'm into. And I know some people aren't into the photography side of the Google Pixel phones. Like, they want to take a good picture when they're out and about with friends and family, but they're not really heavy into like that type of photography to build like a professional looking profile on Instagram. But also like the look and feel of the phone. The phone in itself, like I really wish that Google would build something like this again. Today in today's market, it just seems that like, it's always being pushed to have glass front and glass back. But I am also a fan of having a metal back on the device, like for a metal cased phone, right? And I really wish that Google would consider, just kind of bringing the style back. And maybe for one generation, who knows? The Pixel 7 and Pixel 6 are solid phones, don't get me wrong. I really enjoy using them. One of the things that I don't like to do is adding a case onto my device, which some would say is a big mistake by me. But I don't like adding additional bulk to a phone, much less already a phone that's already big, as today's devices are getting bigger and bigger, and the displays are getting bigger and bigger. It's nice to just be able to use like the raw phone itself straight out of the box with no case on them, and that's what both these phones kind of bring. Now, they are different as HTC, development team that was hired by Google basically designed the Pixel 2, and that's why you got these really large bezels on the top and bottom. But I'm not a very big person that is going to, complain about bezels. It doesn't bother me that bezels are there. When I'm using my device, I am solely focused on the display itself, and that's what really matters to me. And the Pixel 2, I wanted to get reacquainted with the phone just because it's a nice small size device. I mean, I can pretty much grip this in my entire hand. It is a bit narrow compared to the Pixel 2 XL. So, it's comfortable to hold in hand. I can reach my thumb across the entire screen. And yeah, I mean, some would say, well, it's a smaller display. You could always increase the font size. You can always increase the app size. So even though it is a much smaller display, I can make things bigger for me to see on it. I am kind of like sight impaired, so normally I wear glasses. But yeah, getting reacquainted with it. I think one of the other things that I really enjoy about the Pixel 2 is the fact that it's got front-firing speakers, and the same goes with the 2XL. They both got front-firing speakers, and I kind of like that dynamic rather than one top firing speaker at you and one bottom firing speaker from the bottom. I think the sound quality is much better when both speakers are like blasting right at you. It just makes for, a great sound experience. Because these are older devices, their battery is not at 100% anymore. Obviously, the battery health has diminished a little bit over the years. These have been out for some time now. They are older devices. So, yeah. But I can say I can still get pretty decent battery life with the Pixel 2 XL. Make it through a day at work and such. with the phone and come home and still have about 25% left when I get home and be able to throw it on a charger before bed. It does work with the Pixel Watch. It does work with other Pixel accessories, even though it's still on Android 11. And this one happens to be the Verizon variant, so the bootloader is locked. I'm not able to get a custom ROM on here. And I just don't want to flash anything on my Pixel 2. I just rather keep it bone stock. So this one I could. The bootloader is unlockable, so I can connect it to my computer and just do an OEM unlock, and then flash a custom recovery and then flash a custom ROM. I just don't want to do that. The battery on this one, not the greatest. I can tell you right now that if I'm just doing like light surfing and stuff like that, social media like Twitter and such, I'll get some decent time. The moment I start watching videos on this, and I can kill the battery in about 2 hours. So that's how bad the battery is on this. I think it's a 2800 milliamp battery. I had just taken it off the charger not that long ago, and I can tell you guys right now, look at the battery stats here. So it was last charged 25 minutes ago, and it has dropped 9% in 25 minutes. I think one of the things that I do have on here that I should turn off, and I do this to all my devices, is I turn off to automatically sync app data. I don't keep that on whatsoever. If I want information updated, I'll just launch the app and I'll update it. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about keeping that up to date, like in background. But even though I do carry power banks on me, stuff like that to keep this charged if I wanted to like really use this. This is more of a burner phone for me, or just more of this like a media player type thing. So that's what I'll initially use it for. But yeah, as far as it being like a daily driver, I could, at least for me, I probably could make it my daily driver. I know most of you won't be able to, and I'm sure there'll be some comments about how it can't be a daily driver for you guys, and that's totally fine. I'm not here to sell anybody on buying these devices, but I'm just telling you guys, why I kind of go back to them and use them, especially the 2XL. The 2XL, you guys probably already know, I always end up going back to it, at least once or twice a month. It was my first time in a long time going back to the Pixel 2. And I think one of the things that I really enjoy about the Pixel 2 over the 2XL is the flat display. The flat display is really nice. The 2XL has a slight curve at the edge of it, but the curve doesn't stand to do anything. It doesn't stand to have like any features built into it. It's just a slightly curved display that flushes into the side of the body itself of the Pixel 2XL. The Pixel 2 flat display. So yeah, I guess you can kind of see where Google got the idea to do a curved display on the Pixel 7 Pro and do a flat display on the Pixel 7. But anyways, these are still really good. They take very good photos still. I'm surprised for how old they are. I mean, it's the same camera sensors you'll find in some of the current Google Pixels, like the A series Pixels are still using the Sony sensors, and these are the same ones that you'll find in those phones today. Were also in these phones from yesterday. So they take very good photos. There's only a single firing camera on the back and a single selfie camera on the front, and they both do very good. I'll upload some shorts that are videos recorded from the Pixel 2 and from the 2XL. And actually, this morning's vlog was from the 2XL about WrestleMania 39. So if you want to know what phone took that video, that was this. So I'll probably upload some short videos with the Pixel 2 so you guys can see how the cameras work in 2023. But yeah, these are two phones I'm going to be using for a couple of days to get reacquainted, especially with the 2. So I'll let you guys know what my final thoughts are in an updated video. Let me know what you guys want to know about both these phones today. Are they worth picking up? I'm going to tell you right now, if you want it for a backup burner phone, yes, they're worth picking up. If you want it for just like a throwaway phone to use every now and then, especially like if you're going hiking and stuff like that, maybe you don't want to take your $1,000 phone and accidentally drop it, you can take something like the Pixel 2 and risk damaging the glass on the upper part of the back of the phone. But the body can take a beating. It's metal. So it should be fine. But yeah, ask your questions in the comments. Smash the like button if you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for checking it out. And as always, aloha.